I looked at a world in conflict. Who could help me answer a question? How can we solve the world's problems?
There seems to be no way as we fight each other in our neighbourhoods, cities and countries for so many reasons.
How can we journey to save our forests and oceans if we don't have peace first?
I looked at my city, Liverpool, and wondered who could answer my peace question.
I went to the city gateway, Liverpool Lime Street Station, and in my mind, I asked the statue of the great Sir Ken Dodd, how do we find peace?
I felt he said, share laughter, laugh together. Happiness is the key.
As I look up to the statues of the liver buildings, a symbol of this great city and a gateway to the oceans.
I asked, how can we find peace? And I felt like they said to me, we can see across the world and time. We can see the Statue of Liberty.
Many people look at what is different, not the same, find what is the same and come together there. That is a key.
I went to the statue of John Lennon and asked, how do we find peace?
I felt he'd say, this is a key.
I wondered if just one person stopped and did just that, would others do the same?
Could I be that mustard seed from which things grew? Could my voice be heard?
I went to the statue of Noel Chavez, who sacrificed his life in the Great War.
Winning the highest award for bravery, the Victoria Cross, twice. And I say, how do we find peace?
I felt he said, do what is right, help others, learn from the mistakes of history that we pay for.
Use your voice and strengths to tell others and help them learn. This is a key.
I stopped at the John Hulley statue, a founder of the Olympics, and I asked him, how do we find peace?
I felt him say, sports are a way we can come together and celebrate what is the same.
Where we can have fun, keep healthy, and make friends. This is a key.
My journey to find an answer was complete, and I looked at all my keys.
Even though I am visually impaired, I can lead the way.
My voice can be heard. I can bring others together.
I may not see you well, or the colour of your face, or the clothes you wear, but I can help the world find peace by example.
As Gandhi said, there is no pathway for peace, but peace is the pathway.
Let me help lead you along that path by following my voice. Let us come together in things like music and sports.
As better ways to see, we are just the same.
It's from here we can work together in making a safer place and a better world.
We all have the keys.
You've got a standing ovation.
Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you can hear me out in the internet and in the various countries that have joined us today. Welcome to Journey for Peace. I think that video deserves a round of applause from everyone here. And delighted to see towards the end of that video a wonderful message from Robin and Brenda Baines. Robin and Liverpool Heartbeat funded the comics that really started a bit of this exciting adventure for Journey for Peace. I hope everyone can see that on screen now. And I'm delighted also to mention that they also funded 2 sight box, the most recent of which has just landed this very week. I'm looking to John, in Barbados, everybody. So a round of applause to Barbados for getting their first sight box. Special thanks also, you saw quite a few famous faces on that video. I'm of an age where I recognize Jimmy Cricket and several others. But big thank you to Jurgen Klopp. Oh my, fantastic to get a message from Jurgen. And also, on the video it said Deputy Chief Constable Serena Kennedy, who is now the Chief Constable of Merseyside. So delighted that they had also joined us today. Just as we start off, we are all systems go now for the Journey for Peace musical. Okay, give me another ooh. Hey! This started with an invitation to schools from around the world, really that have received the sight box and indeed sight box training, to get involved in sharing a bit of their musical creativity with us today. And I'm saying this afternoon, it's also evening for our many friends in other countries, particularly in Indonesia. So the Journey for Peace citizenship themes that you're going to hear about this afternoon are health and well-being, happiness, wisdom, peace, friendship, bravery, and justice. And the countries taking part, you might not be able to make it out on the video just now, but there are several of us here wearing the wonderful T-shirts with the Journey for Peace information on it. And I think we will arrange at some point through Dr. John to tell anyone that doesn't already have one of the T-shirts how they could go about ordering one. With that, I'm now going to introduce the very man himself, Dr. John Patterson, followed by a music video.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Journey for Peace. What we're going to take you on is a journey of creativity that showcases the strengths and innovation of young visually impaired VI young people around the world who've been connected by St. Vincent's, the Sightbox and the Journey for Peace. What we're going to show you is the creativity of young people that leads into innovation, that leads to ideas, that goes in the Sightbox, sending new trade opportunities around the world out of Liverpool. The Sightbox is a toolkit for access to sports and education that's in some 20 countries. And that's the message we're going to share today, creativity and the investment in VI innovation. It all starts from the Journey for Peace essay written by Joe Critchlow that's been put into comics and now into a wonderful music where iconic Liverpool statues share messages of love and hope and justice and peace. Join with us on that journey today.
I looked at a world in conflict, and this is what I see. I saw an opportunity, a way we could find peace. So I looked upon my city, and on every concrete street I saw a key. I saw a key. We are all on this journey together to find a way to live in harmony. And if we strive to find this peace forever, then maybe we can make the whole world see that we are the key, that we are the key, that we are the key, that we are the key. I went to the city's gateway, our doorway to the world. It's there where I found laughter for every boy and girl. And if we can laugh together, then we just might see laughter's a key. Laughter's a key. We are all on this journey together to find a way to live in harmony. And if we strive to find this peace forever, then maybe we can make the whole world see that we are the key, that we are the key, that we are the key, that we are the key. And as I travelled further all over Liverpool, watched over by the liver birds on my way back to school, I met some friends along the way who came right up to me and gave me a key. They gave me a key. Health and hope and happiness, laughter, love and grace, peace and joy and well-being on every smiling face. Wisdom, friendship, bravery, and justice made me see these are the keys. These are the keys. We are all on this journey together to find a way to live in harmony. And if we try to find this peace forever, then maybe we can make the whole world see that we are the key, that we are the key, that we are the key, that we are the key.
Thank you.
Wow, wasn't that wonderful? So thank you to Dr. John Patterson, the head of the St. Vincent School. I should have introduced myself earlier, and it behooves me to, yes, that's a good word, isn't it? It behooves me to say, welcome everybody. I am Steve McFarlane, and I am your host for this afternoon, and I'm delighted to be joined by my production manager and engineer, Mr. Peter Oliver. You can't see him, but he's waving at everybody. He is waving. Give him a round of applause, please. And I'll move to one side. Just behind me, some of the teachers and pupils from St. Vincent's. And Peter's just been telling me, it's very exciting for us because we know we're live streaming. We have a big shout out to Hounslow Rotary, to Scotland. All right there. Yeah, are you having your eye on? I am Scottish, so I can do the accent, you see. And Konnichiwa in Japan. And Mughal Rotary. So give us a cheer for Mughal Rotary. But to our many friends already from all around the world, you're very, very welcome. And I'm delighted now to introduce the second video, which the theme is justice. And I'm particularly pleased that we have a special message at the start from the Lord Lieutenant of Merseyside, Mr. Mark Blundell, followed by...
It has been a wonderful encouragement to me as a Lord Lieutenant to see visually impaired pupils at St Vincent's, Liverpool, working with our universities. They have connected their creativity with innovation and helped other visually impaired young people across the Commonwealth and beyond. You will see their creativity and experience it today through music. Pupil creativity and innovation has been channeled into designing access to sport and education resources which, supported by Rotary and Lions clubs, have been sent to over 20 countries in the famed St Vincent's Sightbox. How wonderful to see visually impaired pupils of all faiths and cultures connecting around the world as St Vincent's and the Liverpool City region share best practice in education towards inclusion and employability.
Well, hello everybody from All Saints Catholic Primary School in Anfield, partners of the inspirational St Vincent's School for the Blind. We have been working together over a number of years on a whole range of projects to do with reverse inclusion, and one of those projects has been about music, because as the quote says, where words fail, music speaks. And my goodness, the pupils at St Vincent's speak, and they speak around the world with their Sightbox curriculum, with the partnerships that we are celebrating this evening. We are making our voices heard across the world. And we are so proud that at All Saints we are part of that. Our contribution to the musical is a song. It's a very special song because it's been written by the pupils. With the support of staff, with the support of the Liverpool Philharmonic, we have come up with a song around justice. Justice for the individual. And we've called it Just Be Me. And it celebrates difference, but it celebrates the uniqueness of each individual and how we want to be treated as other people treat us in the most extremely beautiful way. So enjoy our song, and we've got a special guests coming into our song, the guests from Sierra Leone, our partner country, where we have the most wonderful relationship over 10 years of working together. And the children over there have been learning the song as well. So it is true that the theme of this musical is making our voices heard across the world. We're doing it. Enjoy.
All bodies are perfect, don't change the way you are. For someone who is jealous, oh honey, you're a star. You will find someone who loves you just the way you are. So do not change, you're beautiful, you're perfect the way you are. Be fair, be nice, be kind to everyone. Be just and trust, be right instead of wrong. If people make you upset, if people make you down, if people make you worry, if people make you frown, just talk to someone special and tell them what is wrong. Put your
Wow, wasn't that fantastic? Again, a big round of applause for All Saints and the children from Sierra Leone. And my production manager, my good friend Peter, has told me we've now got more people have joined North Wales and South Wales, because I know the two are very different, even though the Welsh, North Wales, South Wales. We've also got Dorchester, a few other places around the UK. And I've been asked to mention Tunnock's Tea Cakes, a big favourite of one of our visiting speakers today, and Iron Brew. And I think one or two of the children here know what Iron Brew is made of. It's made of girders. There we go, you see. So, yes, it's made from girders, ladies and gentlemen. But no actual girders were harmed in the making of this Iron Brew. Right, moving swiftly on. I'm now going to introduce our next video. And the theme for this one is wisdom. Maybe I should be doing this. I don't know, Peter. Wisdom, that could be me, couldn't it, really? Anyway, wisdom. You can't tell the looks that I'm getting from everyone here. But anyway, with an opening presentation or a few words from the High Sheriff of Merseyside, Mr. Nigel Lansley, and then followed by a wonderful piece of music from the children of Nepal. And I hope they're able to see this too. Thank you.
My name is Nigel Lansley, and I have the honour of being the High Sheriff of Merseyside for this year. On my appointment, I was advised by my predecessor that one of the very best connections would be to the St. Vincent School, and that I must visit and support their truly excellent work. I have been most impressed by the pupils of St. Vincent, many of whom are Duke of Edinburgh Award recipients. They are now training other visually impaired pupils around the world on how to use the content of the sight box, and they're also acting as trainer of trainers. I look forward to seeing how the new iRugby develops. Furthermore, it is most impressive in learning how the creative curriculum in the school is connecting with medicine and research. This is in collaboration with the ophthalmologists at Alderhay and design engineers at Liverpool John Moores University. A great deal of innovation from the school is being shared internationally, thereby giving better life chances and opportunities for visually impaired young people around the world. Liverpool City Region has a global platform to be leaders in the field of teaching, research, innovation, and learning for and with the visually impaired. I wish you every success with all your initiatives in this area, and thank you for all your great work.
Please give it up for the children from Nepal. Thank you very much indeed. So our next theme on our fourth video of this afternoon is peace. And I'm particularly pleased to see that there is a short introduction here from a dear friend who I've not seen for a few years now, the wonderful Lady Lucy French, who does most fantastic work supporting many, many good causes. And Lucy, I do hope you're watching today. A big hi from myself and from Gary. With that, Lady Lucy French, followed by music from the wonderful Samantha Ash.
Hello, I'm Lady Lucy French, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about a fantastic and very inspirational global initiative called Journey for Peace. It all began at the inspirational St. Vincent School in Liverpool, and it really is championing the cause and highlighting the challenges faced by those with visual impairment. It leaves a lasting legacy. We remember those that lost their sight during the First World War, but it also inspires a generation to reflect on visual impairment today, to create opportunities for those with visual impairment around the world. I urge you to get behind this project. These young people have created 7 extraordinary comics, 7 extraordinary songs. Please do listen and take that message forward to your communities around the world. Thank you so much.
Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves the soul to bleed. Some say love, it is a hunger, an endless aching need. I say love, it is a flower, and you, its only seed. It's the heart afraid of breaking that never learns to dance. It's the dream afraid of waking that never takes the chance. It's the one who won't be taken, who never seems to give. It's the soul afraid of dying, who never learns to live. When the night has been too lonely and the road has been too long, and you think that love is only for the lucky and the strong, just remember in the winter, far beneath the bitter snows, lies the seed that with the sun's love in the springtime becomes the
Wow, wasn't that fantastic? Wow, thank you, Samantha, and thank you, our dear friend, Lady Lucy. You can tell where we're headed next, I hope, because we're heading off to Indonesia, because this is why I've got the hat on. I know this hat and this wonderful award, whether I'm just holding up to the camera now, was presented to St. Vincent's School by our many friends who came over 2 years ago now. Yes, 2 years ago, they came over on a fantastic visit to our wonderful city. So, salam alaikum to our friends in Indonesia. And with that, I'm delighted to introduce our next theme, which is friendship. And we have a very special message from a wonderful guest, Richard Hawley, who here in the UK is on Coronation Street. I'm a big fan. And I'm delighted that he's managed to take some time out of his busy schedule to give us a message, as well as music from our dear friends in Indonesia.
Hi, my name's Richard Hawley and I'm an actor currently working on Coronation Street, and I'm also a patron of Esme's Umbrella, a charity dedicated to raising awareness, research into and supporting people with Charles Bonnet syndrome. Recently, Coronation Street ran a story where my character experienced sight loss and Charles Bonnet syndrome, and as a result of this I became incredibly interested in the whole VI community. Congratulations on today. What you're doing is astounding. It's beautiful and it's incredibly important. I believe that every person on this planet is a unique and creative being with a life and a purpose that only they can fulfill, and you're proving that today. I love the work that you're doing. You're actively demonstrating hope, growth, and the sheer joy of creating a life for ourselves, a great life for ourselves and for others. You're leading the way. Thank you to you all, but I guess today, perhaps especially to everyone at St. Vincent's for everything that you've made, everything you've created and given to us. I'm so proud to be with you. My great admiration and respect to you all. This feels like a great movement building. It feels like a human revolution of creativity. And all I can say is thank you, and I'm in. Bye.
Hi, I'm Reva Gabriela. I come from Surabaya, Indonesia. We support Journey for Peace.
Hi, I'm Erly, come from Surabaya, Indonesia. We support Journey for Peace.
Hi, I am Melinda, come from Surabaya, Indonesia. We support Journey for Peace. We want to sing a song, Kepompong. This song has the theme of beautiful friendship, like the city, Surabaya and Liverpool. Dulu kita sahabat, teman begitu hangat, seperti hangatnya mentari. Dulu kita sahabat, berteman bagai bulan, berharap jadi kupu-kupu.
Kini kita melangkah berjauh-jauhan. Kau jauhi diriku karena sesuatu. Mungkin ku terlalu bertingkah kejauhan, namun itu karena ku sayang. Persahabatan
Mengubah bulan menjadi kupu-kupu. Persahabatan bagaikan hal yang tak mudah berubah jadi indah. Persahabatan maklumi teman, hargai perbedaan. Persahabatan bagai kepompong, na 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 na. Semua yang berlalu, biarkanlah berlalu, seperti hangatnya mentari. Siang berganti malam, sembunyikan sinarnya, hingga dia bersinar lagi.
Dulu kita kita berlangkah berjauh-jauhan. Kau jauhi diriku karena sesuatu. Mungkin ku terlalu bertingkah kejauhan.
Namun karena ku sayang, bersahabatan bagaikan kelompok, mengubah bulan menjadi kupu-kupu. Bersahabatan bagaikan kelompok, hal yang tak mudah berubah jadi indah. Bersahabatan bagaikan kelompok, maklumi teman, hargai perbedaan. Bersahabatan bagaikan kelompok, na 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 Bye, see you next time.
Wow, yes, please. A round of applause there for our dear friends from Indonesia, from Surabaya. Hello to Surabaya, and thank you again to Richard. The hat's gone on because we've had a shout out, a big hello from Lanzarote, where I'm going in a couple of weeks, actually, and Tenerife, or as they used to say on Corrie, Tenerife, right? Tenerife. So a big shout out to Lanzarote and Tenerife. Without further ado, we're going to move straight on. Our next theme for this afternoon is bravery.
Good afternoon.
I'm delighted. A wonderful lady called Professor Rachel Pilling. And I'm delighted again that Rachel's able to join us. And again, a big thank you for all the work that you do around visual impairments, Professor Pilling. So thank you for taking the time to give us a message. And we have music all the way from Gambia. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Rachel Pilling. I'm a consultant ophthalmologist from Bradford and a professor of special needs and learning disability eye care. I'm very excited to be invited by John to be part of this afternoon, and what an incredible afternoon it's been. But we do need to take a few minutes to think about what's next. It's easy to enjoy and feel carried along by some incredible young people and their talent, what we've seen this afternoon. But we can't leave this space without a so what? What can we each do to bring that energy to our day every day? I've been a consultant in Bradford for 10 years, and it really wasn't until I started going into special schools that I realised what I learn in clinic is really nothing. What we need to do is translate that into what the child feels in their world. We need to find ways of helping children use their vision to see in the world that exists where they are. We know that half of the children in the UK and the developed world with visual impairment have ocular visual impairment. You can see and tell there's a problem with their eye. But the other half have cerebral visual impairment, where the eyes are normal but the brain can't use that information. It can collect the information like the Lego bricks, but it can't assemble it into making the Lego Death Star. Those children, often those with other special needs or premature or brain problems, can live in a very confusing world. So what do we need to do? We need to be imaginative. We need to be creative. We need to think of ways that we can make it easier to see. But I can't do that. We need to let children with visual impairment show us what it's like to be in their world. We need to join them there. We need to watch and see and learn from them, because the best way to help a child see is for them to show us. So we as health and educational professionals and parents and carers and families, we need to continue to collaborate together to build a future which opens up the child's world so they can be the best version of themselves.
School for the blind, thank you. God we will conquer. We cannot see, but we will conquer, so that we may take a place as people of our days.
Thank you, Professor Pilling, and thank you to our dear friends from Gambia. With that, I'm going to move straight on, but I've been told to give a shout out. Hello, Kew Gardens. Kew Gardens Rotary, you're very welcome this afternoon. I hope you're enjoying the weather. We will eventually as well. So with that, let me move on to our next theme, which is health and well-being. And I'm delighted that we've got a very special guest that we set up for this one. And I feel particularly proud that this one is a fellow Scotsman. I wonder if he's got a can of Iron Brew. We'll find out. But it's none other than Midge Ure. Absolutely. The co-writer of the Feed the World song, as well as co-founder of the Band-Aid and the concert and everything. Absolutely amazing that he's able to join us. So a big thank you to Midge for his support. And the music that will follow the message from Midge Ure is from Pakistan. So thank you.
Hey guys, Midge Ure here. I hope you're enjoying the concert tonight. The lovely Dr. John sent me a clip of some of the guys singing the theme tune, and it's outstanding. I mean, what you guys are witnessing is outstanding. Do we need a little bit of peace in our world? We certainly do. And never underestimate the power of music. You know, just think back to, you know, when some of you guys in the audience were just bright young things, you know, what happened with Band-Aid and Live Aid and whatever. So, you know, a little piece of music, 12 notes, you know, put them together in the right way, and sometimes we can just change the world a tiny little bit. Well done to everybody involved in this. You're absolute stars.
Please give it up for our wonderful guests from Pakistan. And wow, a big thank you to Midge Ewer. Thank you, Midge. We hope to see you. You should come and see us in Liverpool. I know that the school would be delighted to see you, and we would look after you as well. You're amongst friends. Everybody here is either Scouse or Scottish. Just saying. So anyway, another little shout out. Hello to Colwyn Bay. Hello, Colwyn Bay. It's the Colwyn Bay Inner Wheel. Hi there. I'm now going to move on to our next theme, which is happiness. I'm very happy.
We are children for each one in We are children We are children for each one in We are children Oh, we love, we peace, and also need justice. We are children Oh, we love, we peace, and also need fellowship. We are children
Hello everyone, I'm Father Edmund Nyonka. I'm the parish priest of St. Monica Parish in the Diocese of Mzuzu in Malawi. We are grateful for the work that St. Vincent and Sidebox give to the people that I need, especially here in our Diocese of Mzuzu. We today join Sidebox and St. Vincent in the journey for justice and peace. Wish you all the best and God bless you. Thank you.
We are children for visual in We are children as a Magore. We are children for visual in We are children as a Magore.
Wow, wasn't that fantastic? My apologies, we had a slight technical glitch, and it's the first one I've actually seen all afternoon. But just to say that was our good friends from Rwanda with support from Germany and Malawi. So you're very welcome, and I hope some of you are watching today. I'm now going to go on to our thank yous, but just before I do, I know there are a number of people from Merseyside Police are watching this afternoon, as well as our good friend, the Chief Constable, Serena Kennedy. So a big shout out to them. I do want to thank everyone that's taken part as we get closer to the end. We're not quite finished yet, but it's now time for me, I think, and appropriate for me to say a few thank yous. Thank you in particular to both the Lord Lieutenant and the High Sheriffs of Merseyside. We are delighted that you were able to deliver a message for the videos this afternoon. And also to Jürgen Klopp and Midyear, and particularly Yoko Ono, because she delivered some messages for us. I think it was about 2 weeks ago, John? So a couple of weeks ago. I just turn every so often because I'm going to talk to someone. I'm not being rude, ladies and gents, but a massive support from Yoko that we're hugely, hugely proud of. Midyear, the dear Lady Lucy French, Richard Hawley for sparing some time in his busy schedule, and Professor Rachel Pilling. Thank you all so much. And special thanks in particular to Robin Baines and Liverpool Heartbeat. We probably wouldn't have started much of this without your creativity and your input working with Dr. John. And finally, really, the support that we've had, phenomenal support from Rotary and from Lions International. And, of course, Dr. John Patterson, our good friend who's an ambassador for Sightbox, Angela Williams, and the whole team from St. Vincent's. So could you please put your hands together for everyone that's taken part? And it's almost like we rehearsed this, because what I would like to do now is introduce none other than Angela Williams, who's been traveling all over the world. So she's been all over many, many places promoting and delivering the message about Sightbox. So Angela, please come and join me. A round of applause, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this concert as much as I am. It's great to be here this afternoon as Ambassador of Sightbox Trust, supporting and sharing the amazing work of the children at St. Vincent's School for the visually impaired here in Liverpool. For those of you who don't know, Sightbox uses items of sport as educational tools to help build confidence, communication, and team building skills, encourage to live an independent life, foster and encourage entrepreneurship, and help with United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 17, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 10. The power is the impact, collaboration, and development. We are now seeing true results from children who are working with these educational tools, observed by government ministers in the Gambia, Tanzania, and Nepal, as they are experiencing the soft to hard outcomes connected by Sightbox's surround curriculum. Training the trainers, working with Rainbow, a star pupil at St. Vincent's School, over Zoom to train the trainers. Collaborating with Inner Wheel and Rotary to provide funds to send Sightboxes for schools and sight bags for the individual around the world. And also with the Lions, who are providing children with albinism special glasses, which dramatically change their lives. Development is a VI rugby ball, and to host a VI sport tournament here in Liverpool. So, how can you all help? As it says on the screen, text Sightbox to 70580 and make a donation to help with the provision of these educational tools and special glasses. £40 a sight bag for an individual child, £400 a sight box for a school, £150 for a pair of special glasses for a child with albinism. We're asking you for your support on this journey for peace today as we try to make the City of Liverpool and St. Vincent's School the new trade centre and central hub for training the visually impaired children from around the world.
And Angela, if you just stay close to me, because I think there may be a couple of other things that you might want to say. But first of all, big thank you from us. So thank you very much. And A little birdie told me that there might be a little bit of a surprise or something. Not in the script. So this is a surprise for everybody, me included. So I am going to pass you back to Angela for this fantastic surprise.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody, and good afternoon, Dr. John. Great to see you. I'm really sorry that I can't be with you today, but I'm working in Japan at the moment. My name, for those of you who don't know me, is Steve Martin. I am the Rotary Coordinator for Rotary in Great Britain and Ireland, and I'm here today to represent Rotary International. I would have loved to have been there in person with you all to celebrate with you, but I've had to resort to technology, as we often do these days, to send a video message. And what a wonderful celebration this is. It's a day of music, friendship, and hope, celebrating the journey for peace. All at a great venue as well, the Fashion Hub in Liverpool, and I'm sure that you'll be well looked after by your hosts, Gary and Steve. It may not be quite the same as being there in person, but the past 18 months has made us use technology more, and it's enabled us to expand our reach for these types of events, and I hope that everybody has a really great time today. Now, I'm not really here to talk about today's events as such. St. Vincent School and St. Vincent's Rotary Club has achieved a huge amount over the past few years, and the world, of course, is now blessed with Sightbox, which was born and developed at St. Vincent School, actually designed by the pupils, and it has gone on to improve the lives of so many people across the world. And you know, watching those social media videos and the photographs of the children being included in games and seeing their confidence improve and making them believe that they belong, it is really, really heartwarming. Also, your involvement in the United Nations and Rotary Conference in Nairobi was an absolute triumph. St. Vincent School and Rotary were well and truly put on the map. So congratulations on that. The connections that have been made across the world, particularly in Sierra Leone and Indonesia, where you've brought young visually impaired people over and included them in school life here and introduced them to our communities. Absolutely inspiring work. John, you've often told me about your desire to leave a lasting legacy, and you've brought people from across the world today who you've helped through Sightbox and the Journey for Peace, and we're all here celebrating the innovative work that you have done through in visual impairment, in teaching and research. Now, I can hear you say, well, it's the teachers, it's the children, it's the parents, but John, you are the driving force behind all of this. Without the John Pattersons of this world, this type of work just doesn't get done. There are people walking this earth today that lead a much more comfortable and happier life due to your drive and your enthusiasm to ensure that young people with VI are included and their potential is shown to the world. They owe you a debt of gratitude, and I believe that society owes you a debt of gratitude also. Rotary International firmly believes that people in our communities, like yourself, should be recognised for their achievements, and therefore it gives me enormous pleasure to announce to everybody here today that Rotary International has awarded Dr. John Patterson a Paul Harris Fellowship for his outstanding achievements. John, I'm so proud of you and your school and St. Vincent's Rotary Club for all that you have achieved. This award is something to be proud of, and I hope that you will wear this pin with pride. And I know, I'd now like my good friend, an Assistant Governor for District 1180 and a Sightbox Ambassador also, Angela Williams, to read the citation and present you with your award. Once again, thank you very much for all that you do, John, and I hope that you and everybody here has a wonderful day. Good night from Japan.
Dr. John, the Rotary Foundation of Rotary International, John Patterson, is hereby named a Paul Harris Fellow in appreciation of tangible and significant assistance given for the furtherance of better understanding and friendly relations among peoples of the world.
good people. It's all the staff and the good people that have come behind this. It's together we go beyond generating that culture of care as a pathway to peace. So thank you to all of our pupils and all the staff and the wonderful people, Gary, Steve, that are around us that have made it happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Angela. Much appreciated. So just before, we're going to close with a little video and a little piece of live music. I am going to ask John, along with Gary Miller, to say a few closing words. But before I do, I'm delighted to introduce Bob Birchall. And I'm sure Bob's maybe going to share a little insight from what he's seen and heard this afternoon. So please put your hands together for Bob Birchall.
Thank you so much, Steve. That's really good of you. Well, first of all, what an amazing day. Thank you, everybody. And thanks for inviting me here to be part of it in person. It really is such an honour and a privilege to be here, so thank you. Thanks to everybody who's made it happen. It's not about just today. It's been months in the planning. It's gone worldwide. It's fantastic. I couldn't be prouder of you all. Well done. Really well done. Thanks also to everybody here at Fashion Hub, Steve, Gary, Peter, for helping us and put this together today. It's hugely appreciated. It's absolutely fantastic of you. You've made us feel so welcome. Now, it has been a strange and slightly scary year for a lot of people this year, very unusual. But throughout that time, the pupils and staff at St Vincent's have been an absolute inspiration, a shining light. So it's been an absolute pleasure to be associated with you over this last year. Keep forging forward, keep exploring, and continue your journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you very much indeed. Well, so just before, as I said, we've got a small video and then a little piece of live music for you to close the afternoon off. But it now gives me enormous pleasure to introduce Dr. John Patterson and Gary Miller up to say just a few words. And anybody that knows John and knows Gary, I have to say just a few words. So please give them a round of applause.
I'll just repeat that. It is together that we go beyond in generating that culture of care as a pathway to peace. And thank you for everybody who's made it happen. And Gary, you've been a significant part in that.
Thank you, John. And we are keeping to our bubbles and being very safe today. And I apologize that for John and the others that we couldn't have all of the guests here live today. It was planned today to be outside of lockdown, and John has restricted it to the school bubble, so we are wearing our masks, etc. And everybody did have a lateral flow test before they came. Thank you to our wonderful engineer manager who basically made magic happen today, and that is Peter Oliver. Stunning work there, and I hope what you're seeing in your office, on the train, I know the Chief Constable might be watching on the train, and others. Thank you. Paul Patterson from the Irish Guards recruitment, I know he's watching, and Japan through to Hounslow, Maghull, Ormskirk, North and South Wales, Pakistan, Japan, and many other great places. And Maghull, let's not forget Maghull. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to show you this. That's a comic, 2 comics out of 7. Have a look at the St. Vincent's website. And I want you to try and get your hands on some of these comics because they have very important messages started, inspired by the international Lions Clubs International, Joan Elliott and the team locally, where actually Joseph Critchley wrote an amazing story. And he stood up there in New York and he won the Global Peace Prize for his essay. That's Liverpool. Liverpool, and one of its students has won an amazing prize, and it inspired us all. Can we have a round of applause for Joseph, please? Joseph, you did an amazing job. this is a journey. It's not just a journey of peace. It's a journey of learning, and it's a journey of awareness that we have today got 7 nations, and many others listening to Joseph's message. That is a school in Liverpool giving us a worldwide message of happiness and bravery and justice and wisdom and friendship and peace and happiness and health and well-being. I do hope that's all 7, Joseph. I've got to thank you, the teachers and the staff, and I've got to thank, actually, Laura for the work that she's done through Eva Fox Art as well, in terms of the illustrations that she has done. I've got to thank the Rotarians, the Lions Clubs, and Inner Wheel, and all the business partners, and the Pakistani community here in Liverpool, and the Muslim community, the Jewish community, the Anglican and the Catholic, and the non-faith and non-denominational, who have all come together to make amazing things happen for Sightbox. Ladies and gentlemen, Angela, I need your help. I want you to buy a t-shirt. I want you to go onto the stvincents.com website and look for the t-shirts, because it will help Sightbox do what it does in not just 20 countries as mentioned at the beginning, but countries across the world who have not yet got Sightbox. But Sightbox costs money. Flying it to a country like Nepal or Indonesia, etc., costs money. Angela, is it text Sightbox, the whole word, no spaces, to 70580? Correct. Do I get a gold star? Yes? Ladies and gentlemen, behind me, and they've been very good and very quiet, but they're not normally. Can we just see some of the students from St. Vincent's School here? We have got here in Liverpool at that school, they're all waving at you, we have got an international footballer trainer of trainers in Rainbow. Rainbow, stand up for a second. If you are watching this from all over the world and you want a visually impaired young adult to come and teach your teachers and your children how to play better football, we've got that at St. Vincent's. You may sit down again, Rainbow. Thank you. I'm not going to pick on anybody, but there were some great singers from St. Vincent's today at the very beginning representing the UK. I want you to hear their beautiful voices every day. Contact St. Vincent's and arrange that with Dr. John, etc. And I've got to thank the teachers who are hiding over here. We can't see them. Stephen's looking at his watch. He wants me to finish. I am going to finish. But this is such an important message. Remember that only 14% of our young adults go into training, into college, into university, and into employment when they have sensory impairment and special educational needs. They're not special educational needs. There are superpowers that colleges, universities, and employers would love to get involved in. Please partner with Sightbox, partner with St. Vincent's, and you'll see just how wonderful every one of these young students here and how they do an amazing job in representing us internationally in their journey for peace. Not just the musical, but the legacy goes on through those young adults and through the children from the school. Ladies and gentlemen, I have spoken far too much, but who cares? I've got the microphone.
A big thank you for Steve McMahon, a big thank you for Peter Oliver, a big thank you to Laura Burns and Miss McMahon and Angela. We have bottles of Tizer for you, lovely, but something special. What do you buy a Scotsman that doesn't drink? What do you buy a Scotsman that doesn't drink?
I'm guessing.
It's a It's a
Make sure, if you're watching this, I'm from Edinburgh, Stephen's from Greenock. I'm from the English side of Scotland, where we speak much better than he does. But Midge-Ure, you sounded so much like a good friend of ours, John Drysdale, who actually also supports Sightbox as well. But I'm not the hero. Stephen isn't the hero. Neither is Dr. John. Every single one of these amazing students are the heroes. So here's a haggis to you and a hero as well, and we'll share the chocolates. Thank you.
Thanks very much to Gary and to John. And congratulations again on your award, John, from Rotary International. Fabulous. We're just going to play a short video, and then I'll be back to wish you all farewell.
Come together, learn from the past,
take care of each other,
and give.
I just love that we moved here and we made the best decision for me.
I believe we can change, no matter what they say. I believe we can change. I'm a dreamer. You help me be that mustard seed to grow the path, working together to make the earth a better place. We live in unity, we all unite, we all hold the key, and all we really need is.
And here at St Vincent, I have had the chance to do things that many other people have not had the chance to do.
I believe we can change, no matter what they say. I believe we can change.
Although I am visually impaired, I can lead the way. My voice can be heard, and I can bring others together. I may not see you well, the colour of your face or the clothes you wear, but I can help the world find peace by my example.
I believe we can change. I believe we can change, no matter what they say. I believe we can change. I believe we can change.
Peace is coming.
I believe we can change.
Peace is coming.
No matter what they say.
Peace is coming. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. Peace is coming.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance got for old lang syne. We twa hae run up to the braes and put the gowans fine. We wanted money, a weary fit for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll tak a cup o' kindness yet for old lang syne. And here's a hand, my trusty friend, and gives a hand o' thine. We'll tak a cup o' kindness yet for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll tak a cup o' kindness yet for old lang syne. Bless you all. See you next year.